Imagine running across an entire country in 24 hours. No food breaks, no rest stops, no sleep, just non-stop running through deserts, mountains, and jungles. Sound impossible? It wasn't. 500 years ago, Aztec warriors and messengers did exactly this, and they did it on just two foods. Two foods so powerful that modern athletes are still trying to copy them. Two foods so simple that you can buy both at any health food store today for around $30. But here's the twist nobody talks about. The Aztecs weren't paying premium prices. They were growing these foods themselves by the millions of tons. This is the story of chia and amaranth, the Aztec warrior fuel that conquered Mexico. Let's go back to around 1400 AD, the Valley of Mexico. The Aztec Empire is at its peak. The capital city of Tenochtitlan, built on an island in the middle of a massive lake, is one of the largest cities in the world, bigger than London, bigger than Paris. The Aztecs are warriors, they are engineers, they are astronomers, but more than anything else, they are runners. The entire empire depends on it, because the Aztecs have no horses, no cattle, no wheeled vehicles for transportation. Every message, every order, every piece of news has to be carried by human runners across hundreds of miles of brutal terrain. And the speed of these runners was something modern athletes can barely comprehend. Aztec messenger runners, called paynani, could deliver a message from the Gulf of Mexico to Tenochtitlan in just 24 hours. That's a distance of around 250 miles by foot through mountains in a single day. Aztec emperors regularly ate fresh ocean fish at dinner, caught that same morning on the coast, and run all the way to the inland capital by relay teams of paynani runners. Think about that. 250 miles of running in one day to deliver fish. While modern marathon runners collapse after 26 miles, Aztec messengers ran 10 times that distance and still had energy left at the end. How? Two foods. The first food was chia. Yes, the same chia seeds you see in health food stores today, selling for $15 a bag. But the Aztecs used chia very differently than we do. The word chia actually comes from the Aztec language. In the original Nahuatl tongue, chia means strength. That alone tells you everything. The Aztecs called this tiny seed the strength seed because they knew exactly what it could do for the human body. Aztec warriors carried chia seeds in small leather pouches everywhere they went. Before a long run, a battle, or a difficult journey, they would mix a single spoonful of chia seeds with water and a small amount of lime juice. Within 30 minutes, the seeds would swell up into a thick gel-like drink. Then they would drink it and run for 24 hours straight. The science behind this is incredible. Modern researchers have studied chia seeds extensively. The results are stunning. Chia seeds can absorb up to 12 times their weight in water. When the Aztec runner drank his chia gel, those seeds continued absorbing water inside his stomach. They slowly released that water back into his body over hours of running. This meant Aztec runners stayed hydrated for hours without needing to stop and drink. The chia gel also released slow-burning energy, dripping carbohydrates into the bloodstream over time instead of all at once. No sugar crash, no energy spikes, just steady fuel for hours. Chia seeds are also loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, more than salmon by weight. They contain calcium for bones, protein for muscles, and antioxidants for recovery. The second food was amaranth. This was the carb and protein powerhouse of the Aztec diet. Amaranth is a tiny grain, similar in size to chia, but with a completely different nutritional profile. The Aztecs grew amaranth on a massive scale. Some historians estimate they harvested over 20,000 tons of it every year. They popped it like popcorn over hot stones, ground it into flour, and mixed it with honey and chia to make small energy cakes called soali. These cakes were the original power bars, compact, calorie-dense, long-lasting, perfect for warriors heading into battle, perfect for messengers carrying urgent orders. And here's where the science gets really wild. Amaranth is one of the only grains on Earth that contains complete protein. That means it has all 9 essential amino acids the human body cannot make on its own. Most grains, like rice or wheat, are missing certain amino acids. Amaranth has them all. It contains 13 to 14% protein, more than wheat, more than rice. It also contains squalene, a compound that boosts oxygen flow in the blood, helping muscles work longer without getting tired. It's loaded with iron, magnesium, lysine, and B vitamins. The Aztecs had no idea about modern nutrition science. They just knew that warriors who ate amaranth ran faster, fought harder, and lasted longer than warriors who didn't. Together, chia and amaranth created the perfect warrior food system. Chia for hydration, omega-3s, and slow energy. Amaranth for complete protein, fast carbs, and muscle fuel. A small leather pouch containing both foods could fuel an Aztec runner for an entire day of non-stop running. No water needed, no cooking required, no supplies, just 2 foods mixed with a bit of water, and you had everything the human body needs to perform at extreme levels for 24 hours straight. But here's where the story takes a dark turn. When the Spanish conqueror Hernán Cortés arrived in Mexico in 1519, he didn't just want to conquer the Aztec people, he wanted to destroy their entire way of life. He banned chia, he banned amaranth, he outlawed the cultivation of both foods across the entire region. Why? Because the Aztecs used these foods in religious ceremonies, mixing them with honey and sometimes blood to make sacred figures of their gods. The Spanish considered this paganism. They ordered fields of amaranth and chia burned. They executed farmers who continued growing them. Within a few generations, the 2 greatest superfoods in Aztec culture had been almost wiped out. The destruction was so complete that for over 400 years, chia and amaranth were nearly forgotten outside of small indigenous farming communities in remote parts of Mexico and Central America. The knowledge survived in the hands of farmers who refused to give up their ancestral foods. They hid their crops, they grew them in secret. They passed the seeds down from generation to generation. Without these brave indigenous people, both of these incredible foods might have disappeared from the planet entirely. Now, here's the part that will completely shock you. In the 1990s, food scientists rediscovered chia and amaranth. They started studying them. They published papers about their incredible nutritional properties. By the 2000s, both foods exploded onto the global health market. Today, chia is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Amaranth is sold in every major grocery store. Athletes use them, bodybuilders use them, endurance runners use them. The exact same foods that fueled Aztec messengers across 250 miles of terrain are now sitting on shelves in Whole Foods, marked up to luxury prices, sold as cutting-edge superfoods. The Aztecs were right all along. We just needed 500 years to catch up. And modern endurance science has confirmed it. The famous Tarahumara people of northern Mexico, descendants of indigenous cultures that used chia and amaranth, are some of the greatest ultra-distance runners on Earth. They can run 100 miles in a single day, without modern training, without modern gear, without modern supplements, just traditional foods like chia, corn, and amaranth. They were profiled in the best-selling book, Born to Run. The wisdom of the Aztecs, almost destroyed by the Spanish, is now influencing fitness culture across the entire planet. And here's something fascinating. NASA has actually studied amaranth as a food crop for long-duration space missions. Why? Because it grows fast, requires little water, packs maximum nutrition per ounce, and provides complete protein. The same food that fed Aztec warriors might one day feed astronauts traveling to Mars. So the next time you sprinkle chia seeds on your morning oatmeal or pour amaranth into a smoothie, remember this: you're not eating a trend. You're eating ancient warrior fuel. You're eating the same foods that powered messengers across an empire, that fueled warriors into battle, and that survived 500 years of attempted destruction. If this story amazed you, hit that subscribe button and join the Alternate Past family for more forgotten history like this. And tell me in the comments, could you run 250 miles in 24 hours on just chia and amaranth like an Aztec messenger? Yes or no?